Visiting other railroad museums, in particular museums that have an actual engine house, is always exciting. Now, unfortunately, when I visited the Northern Nevada Railroad Museum in Ely, I made a very poor choice. I chose Tuesday. And on Tuesday, while the museum and the gift shop and the engine house were open, most of the other buildings were closed. Nevertheless, walking around the 56-acre site, exploring the engine house, and poking into the windows were still a lot of fun and very informative. Having the Carson, Colorado's Slim Princess number 18 in mind when visiting those museums, I obviously look more at the steam engines rather than the other engines that are there too. And Northern Nevada actually has several steam engines if you are interested in. The first engine that I came across and where actually the Northern Nevada Railroad team is actively working on is their number 81. It's also called the Phoenix. It's a 1917 280-10-wheeler made by the Baldwin works in Philadelphia. The Northern Nevada bought it mostly for freight back in 1917 to service on the line between Ely and Cobra. Number 40, the Ghost Train, is actually probably the closest to number 18 at the Carson, Colorado, since it's a 1909 4.6 Baldwin. And as you can see, it is actually right now undergoing a major overhaul. And look up there, you can see stay bolts, flexible stay bolts. The knobs on the bottom are the rigid and those are the flexible stay bolts. By the way, engine 40 was the locomotive for the passenger train between Ely and Cobra. The third steam engine that I found, it's also called the Monster. It's also a 1909, but it's a 280 locomotive, which was built by the American Locomotive Corporation. And it was mostly used to haul ore from the mine of Ruth down to the smelters in McGill. Ely is in Northern Nevada, and Ely gets snow. Obviously, they did need a snowplow. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Walking around the yard, obviously I found a couple of interesting things. I'm not quite sure what this is. If you know, let me know in the comments, please. Next, I'm gonna look into some windows here, and as I said, just poking around the site and looking into the various windows of like machine shop and blacksmith shop and all kind of buildings. This was the foreman's office. And here you can find all kind of parts, pieces and parts. And that was the blacksmith shop. Looking from the other side, pretty impressive equipment in there. And here's another old engine, number 3. I don't know her fate too much. And now I am walking toward the active rolling stock. You can see another snow plow. Not sure what all this equipment in there is. As I'm saying, I'm somewhat a newbie. It looks like, I don't know, some pretty impressive plumbing work. A yellow caboose, looks pretty cute. You can see the oven and stove in there. And this is where water is being pumped into the steam engine, and those steam engines are fired by coal. This is really nice anthracite. And now we are looking at the engineer's house. Pretty modern. And now heading to an orange caboose. Before going and exploring the 2 coaches that were open. One was called Ruth, and the other one, I did not catch the name. Heading over to the other coach, which actually did have a service area, as well as a bathroom. Imagine. Thanks for watching, and hope you can visit the Carson, Colorado in Independence, or the Northern Nevada up in Ely.